Hello and welcome back to the next episode in James Plays Civilization 6, The Gathering Storm by Firaxis Games as Rome. And as the ancient ancestor 3,000 years before the great man's time, Lord Julius, we're going to call him, of the Julii clan, descendant of Venus, of course, divinely sired clan of Rome, venerable ancient family. He's just gathered a few of the Romans together in Rome on the Tiber River. Just not a city, just a village, no districts. No improved tiles, just lots of woods, but a lovely little town. Got a palace, got a monument, and we have attained a hero who went to Vatican City and stole that builder for us because we're Romans and we're thieves. We're brutal, arrogant, entitled thieves, and we're right, of course, because we are superior to everyone, despite our thievery and brutality. And we are going to create the greatest empire the world had yet known. Until the American Empire, of course. But America is kind of like the offspring of Rome. Kind of like because we founded our republic, and the Roman Republic, a slave republic. And not much has changed. Not as many chains on the slaves anymore, but they're still slaves. In my opinion. Well, what do I know? I'm just a fool. Don't pay any attention to me. I'm just a gamer, right? I just like to play games. Waste my life away on these stupid games. So don't pay attention to me. I think I know everything, but I really don't know anything. I'm a fool. So I follow in the footsteps of King Wen of China. Oh, he's an interesting character. Let me tell you about him. See, we are at war with Vatican City, and we only have 30 turns to have Hercules among us, and we must take full advantage of him. There is a warrior here that's peeked out of Vatican City, but the reason why I brought him down here is put his dear life in the hands of the enemy again is because I want to bring that builder down and I want him protected because I want them horses. Now, if I improve those horses, it gives that warrior a chance to pillage that. Can't pillage it now, it's not improved, but if I improve it, it can. So I want to also hit him. My mentor, Potato McWhiskey, has taught me that it is important to hit the city and break it down so you can finally take it over. And you don't always have to do it the first time you attack it. Like we already attacked the city once. And we didn't do any damage because the damage we did was healed. It's not under siege. If we can get it under siege, that's a different story. But right now, all we have is Hercules. Our other warrior is busy and we've yet to have a slinger. So we're using Hercules to his best advantage. Did some damage on that warrior, can't take this builder, and we're still inching closer to the Matterhorn to try to get it as quickly as possible so we can get that +5 Holysite. And Geneva can't. We have the money to do it. We have to buy that tile. We can do it. I think we maybe even have to buy 2 or 3 tiles. But we have the money to do it, I think. Here's pottery. Finished. The tech is finished. No man ever wetted clay and then left it, as if there would be bricks by chance and fortune. Plutarch. A very wise man from history, I guess. I don't know much about him. He's one of them wise guys from way back when. Well known in his time, I suppose. And I suppose some of you brilliant people out there who play this thinking man's game, this game that's kind of like playing 12 games of chess at once. Now we have a choice here. I think irrigation is high on the list. I keep seeing wine everywhere in this map. And of course the Romans were quite into their watered down wine. So I am thinking, what do you think? Irrigation? Maybe after these military guys at some point we have a builder coming out maybe. We got the builder card. The other one's writing is pretty good. If we meet another civilization, we can get writing. And that might not be such a bad thing, because then we can get working on our science. They're both 10 turns. We could meet the Gauls within 10 turns if I take that warrior up there. But I'm going to go for irrigation first, because I think it's going to take us a little bit longer than 10 turns to meet the Gauls. We need that warrior to come back here and help out old Hercules. He's got other work to do. You know what I'm saying? But right now I want to achieve the goal of at least getting the boost for horseback riding. That's nice. And I think with the help of this slinger, we can keep that warrior from getting on that tile. We'll leave these next 2 charges, for the builder to save for those chopping out the woods, because we are hoping for a governor title one of these fine mornings. One of these fine generations. Okay? So, we've existed for, 1100 years? 1100 years so far, and we've seen our city grow. Now we're domesticating the horses, the wild horses that somehow were running around there, and seeking out more knowledge about the world. We're about to settle our second city, so we're expanding. And we have the divine son of Venus, Hercules himself. He's about to help us. I hope. He's got 19 turns left. If I settle that second city, that's 2 cities, districts he can improve at once. So I'm just kind of trying to get this done. And with the right timing, to use Hercules before his time runs out, to accelerate our growth by instantly creating 3 districts. Now, you can only make districts if you have enough population to make districts. And it's usually a multiple of 3 plus 1. You can make another district when you have 4, because it's 3 plus 1. You can make another district when you have 7. You can make another, and it changes. I don't know if it stays consistent, but I kind of noticed that's kind of the deal. Well, the question now is, do I want to attack the city? I have a slinger. I don't think I'm going to attack the city with Hercules. I'm just going to bring the slinger up to support, because he may be attacked here. I don't know. Probably not. Hercules is just going to stay fortified. I'm going to hit the heal up button. He is in our territory. He won't heal as fast as he would in the city, because then you heal most in the city. See, that warrior was in the city and he healed 20. Hercules was within the boundaries of Rome, but he was still outside the city. He only healed 15. Outside of the boundaries of Rome, he might only heal 10 or something like that. You can heal a little bit, but it takes longer. That's just an interesting thing. That again, if you're in the city, makes sense. I'm going to send the builder back to where that slinger is. He's still protected. And then I'm going to put him in the city. So he's got to wait for Magnus. That's how we can get the most use out of this builder at this point. We could build a couple farms and use those charges, but I think they best serve us in the city. I didn't mean to do that. That was a misclick. I'd already moved the builder. Now I've done that, so let's just fortify. There's no way to get that builder where he is. Alright, we got to think about this. We're going to crawl up here. If we can get this wine and this, that would be just wunderbar. I don't know when Geneva is going to expand. If we could get this for production as well, and then way through this pass so that Geneva doesn't block it until we can take it, of course. That would be grand. But that's a lot of money. Not running into any barbarian camps that we can exploit. So we are kind of stuck. We have to figure out where. Oh, there's a barbarian. Sweet. And a mega colossal eruption that will damage Vatican City because it's badly placed. We won't keep it. We will erase it and absorb it into Rome because those sneaky priests will sneak their way into the catacombs below Rome and foment their Egyptian rites and strange things because, that's what they are. That's why we had to, unfortunately, resort to war because the gods were offended. They were worshiping gods that had bird heads and dog heads and stuff. Come on. Really? Gods are people, just like us, except that they're immortal and have vast powers. But they have, according to the Greeks, the Romans, they have human frailties too, just like us. Jealousies and whatnots. They certainly don't have human bodies and dog heads, okay? Come on, really? Please. A jackal's head? That's just, not only is it wrong, it's just an insult. Insult to the real gods, which are, of course, the Roman gods. And Hercules. Hercules, semi-divine. We love Hercules. Okay. I almost ended the video like I did that last time when I just meant to X that out. Another rude ending? Oh, I hope not. So amateurish. Alright, now, look at how damaged the city is now. Man, if I had like 3 warriors, I could just take full advantage. But I can also use Hercules to hit it. As long as you never fail to hit a city when it's down. Look at all that damage. It'll heal up some of it, but it won't be able to heal up all of it. You can heal up some of the city some of the time, but you can't heal up all of the city all of the time. Okay, there he is. He's back in the Rome again with the Memphis Blues, maybe. Let's see. If I want to get that wine, he hasn't stolen it yet. 1, 2, 3. I have to settle on this wine. Or the wheat. I could settle on the wheat. Then I could get it. That would take me too far away from all this beautiful production down here in these woods. Chops and whatnot. Oh my God. Decisions. I could go into this crook. I'm glad I took that warrior up there because this would be a problem if I hadn't. Still hasn't scouted our city, so he's not a threat to us yet. He may become one. This might be a nice place to settle, actually. It's off fresh water. That means that we'll have housing problems. So that's no good, really. I'm going to go with the wheat. We'll pop up on the wheat. We have the lake up there. That'll make sure we can get as many tiles as we can. It's kind of a waste because these mountain tiles can't really be used. And it does bring us 1 ring removed from these woods, which is unfortunate. Sorry. We've got 30 turns under our belt. Took a little time off to watch a little bit of the news. I like watch one segment. I'll get back to it, put it on pause, get back to it. That's the great thing about YouTube and the internet. If you ever grew up in my day where you had 3 channels on broadcast TV, one of them was the educational channel. You had ABC, NBC, and CBS commercial channels. That's it. So you had 4 channels with the educational channel. And you had antennas, so they didn't always come in on snowy days and stuff. And you had to watch what was on when it was on because you couldn't record anything. Oh man, that was a whole different experience. If you had a favorite show or something, you had to be there for it, man. You had to sign up. Okay, this is exciting. I'm really enjoying this game so far. It's a lot easier than the ones I was playing before that I'm just not good enough a player to handle these large maps on Emperor difficulty. Did I just admit that to YouTube? Oh my God. My vanity. My poor vanity. It's suffering with false modesty, kind of trying to bring up the rear. Look at this. We got slingers, and we got a warrior to help out old Herc. He can go off and do better things. But first, he's going to hit this again. Because he's bad. He might even take it. Ooh, he did. He took it. Nice. Look at that. Rome has its first victory. Rome has $491 now because I came, I saw, and conquered with the help of Hercules, of course. Got to get the edge. And I will not keep this city. I don't ever do this. I always keep... I rarely attack city-states, although every once in a while you have to in the early game. If you don't have another civilization to fight, you have to do it. Kind of is mandatory. This is a war game, after all. As much as it's about culture and religion and history and stuff, it's a war game, and we just wiped out Vatican City. I want to get Hercules out of there because I hope he doesn't die. I made this mistake before, and that goes off again. But it's just going off, so it might just damage him a little. I don't think it'll be a mega collect before I can run him away. Run away, Hercules. Now, he's got 15 turns left to do some work. We're trying to make a builder up there, but we got enough money there to not only make a builder, we can buy a builder, which I'm going to do. I'm going to buy a builder. We got $297 left to expand the boundaries of this city. Get a big +3 era score. Remember, we want to get a golden age if we can get one. The inspiring sight of that beautiful mountain, the Matterhorn. Now, let's see now what we can do. We're going to get a 60. We're going to get a 90. We're going to get another 90. And now we have a path through these mountains that we can use and that Geneva cannot. I also like to get this and this, but I don't have enough money. But that corridor is going to be the greatest. And here's why. We'll take this holy site, right? And you see that +5. That's all the adjacency. +4 faith from adjacent mountain tiles. So this mountain, this mountain, this mountain, this mountain. Give them 4. And +1 faith from the the natural wonder, right? And I do believe that we still get the culture and the production and the food from that tile too, and we put the district down. Not sure. I guess maybe we'll see. I am going to put the holy site down. 18 turns. Okay, we got $57 left, so we can't really get anything. We have also our next military mission. I went to the conscript fathers, the council of prominent men, of course, no women, prominent men, and they have decided that we need a new mission. We have 5 builder charges that can help Rome and help this town up there, and Atium. So I'm going to take this builder, 2 builds left, and I am going to take that builder up to Atium, help improve some tiles up there. Alright, I'm going to take this slinger and risk going by Mount Vesuvius because it just erupted, and it probably won't erupt right away, but I don't know. I could lose it. I should take the other way around. There is another way around, and I should take that, but I think, see, it's calming down, so I think we can chance it. Okay, it's dangerous. We're going through, because I had a feeling there might be some barbarians down here. Hope so. And there's a barbarian. Yay! Now, we are working on irrigation. We got a builder. We can farm a resource. And what I want is a governor title, but you don't get governor titles here. What I'm going to do is get writing now. I'm switching off what we were working on, right? We got irrigation. We got 4 more turns, but we didn't get the boost. So I quit it right at what the boost would do to finish this thing. And I didn't do that on purpose, really, I'll admit. Not that good. Potato McWhiskey, you'd have been on that. But I did it. I did it perfectly. Now we're working on writing up here. I wanted a library. I want to start making campuses. Why? Well, I got Hercules. He's only got a few turns left. He's losing turns. I want to make a campus. He'll make it in 1 turn. He can go up to Atium and make that Holysite. That's 17 turns in 1 turn. That's just what he's going to do. And while he's doing that, I'm going to make sure that I can get this district, the campus, out. It's the most important district in a win condition. My strategy is to act like a military domination. Steal the capitals of as many civilizations I can. Take as many cities as I can in this game, because that's where you get the gold. From other civilizations, from city-states that are near me, and other civilizations. And romp across the Mediterranean until it's RC. But behind the scenes, with the secret societies of the owls, with them helping me economically, supporting it, I'm going to blast off in space. And I'm going to get there before the other civilizations, even though they got a ton more science than I did. And I'm going to catch up to them in science. I'm going to outdo them in science. And I'm going to, in the end, I'm going to forsake this planet for another, an exoplanet, which they found thousands of in the universe. So there's definitely exoplanets out there. And as we become the dominant scientific civilization, we are going to get all of the scientific advancements we need to blast off into space and even travel the vast distances of light years and light years to a distant new Earth and colonize a new planet. Isn't that great? That's what we're going to do. And you're going to do it with me, step by step. We're going to build a ladder to the stars and climb on every rung and stay forever young, of course, by playing these games and having fun. That's how you stay forever young. So, we're working on 9 turns for writing, but if we go up there and meet the Gauls, and they got a warrior up there, I don't really need them to fight anything. We just took over the Vatican. I have enough to fight with these 2 guys, fight this warrior if Vesuvius doesn't go off and kill me. We got a 3-charge builder just waiting to build, but he is going to have to wait. I just skipped him when I really wanted to put him to sleep. So I'll wake him up just to put him to sleep. Okay, we have Hercules. He is stationed in the city. He's going to go there, and next turn he's going to do a little hop, skip, and a jump up to the northern city, our new, beautiful, brand new city. He's going to stand there nervously next to Vesuvius. He's heading on up to do some work up in the northern new city. Make that new city a better city. This guy's taking Hannibal's path up through the Alps there to past Geneva, who didn't steal those luscious tiles like he did every other game. And we're going to go up there, and eventually we will be saying our goodbyes to Geneva, I would bet. Okay, I am all full of Roman vim and vigor. I'm going to go, I'm going to see, I'm going to conquer. But right now I'm going to get foreign trade unlocked. The civic is unlocked. We can change our policies this turn for free, which is great. And we have these new policies. Gold from our trade routes. Production toward ancient and classical naval units. Cool. 100%? Wow, that's a lot. And we have traders. Nice. They make us money. have some different war conditions. We can join a joint war with another civilization or join an ongoing war with another civilization. This is a war game. And this allows the creation of trade routes, which is great. That's the positive aspect of trade, I suppose. The world gets stirred up together. Isabel Hoving. Okay? And I'm not sure I'm all that crazy about those policies at this point. I think I'm satisfied with our policies for now. Now, I'm wasting turns on this Holysite. You don't really have to do that. I could switch off it and get a trader up here. Might be good. I don't need to do that because our dear Hercs can fly like a magic carpet up here to Atium, and next turn he'll go over there and use his charges, 2 of them, to make a district up there. That's a holy site that'll get us error score because it's +5. And then you watch our faith numbers finally start to move. Got 2 faith because we're not making any. You know what I mean? Jelly bean. Okay, the tech tree's good. We're working on writing. That's good. Now we're going to open up the civics tree. We finished foreign trade. Now, mysticism was like 10 turns last time. Now it's only 6 turns, right? I want mysticism because I want the Oracle Wonder. You know I'm going to want that Oracle Wonder. Now, I'm fighting 2 enemies at once here. I got a barbarian warrior and Mount Vesuvius. And it's not good to fight 2 things at once, but if I step into this square, I can not only reveal this barb camp that I can soak for big bucks, get away from the volcano. Now I'm bringing up my warrior. He's still threatened by both of those, but he's got backup. And as long as Vesuvius doesn't plan on erupting, he'll be alright. There goes my builder. He is susceptible to barbarians stealing him, but I don't see any barbarians on the road. I know there's one up there. Well, Hercules is up there. If he gets stolen, Hercules will just take him back. Alright, there's a counterattack by the barbarians. They can't help themselves. They're barbarians. And now this slinger's going to hit this spearman's going to hit my slinger and die. And that's sad for my slinger, isn't it? But I'm on to these guys. I got the boost for archery because I killed a guy with a slinger. Actually, he ran into me. If this warrior hits this slinger, he's toast. But he's going to zip into the barb camp there, and he's going to raid it. He's going to try to heal up. This guy's going to step away from that volcano, so he's only facing this one threat. That warrior cannot hurt that wounded slinger. This warrior is going up through the path to meet the Gauls so that I can get the boost for riding. This guy's going up there. He's hitting that, even though it's not in the queue. That's Hercules. You don't need to be in no damn queue. I'm working on a trader, but he still finished the holy site. All you gotta do is put it down. You don't have to waste any turns on it. Something new, a little subtlety in the game I've learned recently. Of course, as I said, Potato McWhiskey already told me to do that like years ago, but I didn't understand. Okay, here's an inspiration. Since we made our first district, we have bumped up our progress for state workforce that we desperately want to get because it gives us Magnus. It'll be the next civic we click on once mysticism is done. I have to finish mysticism first because I love mysticism. And you might ask, if you're not really versed in such terms, what is mysticism anyway? You know, I hear you say you call yourself a mystic and all that stuff. Well, what the hell is mysticism anyway? I never really understood that term. It's got something to do with religion or spirituality or something. What did I say? That warrior couldn't hit my guy? He did. He did. Now, I didn't watch it. It might be possible that actually that one warrior that was there was badly wounded, hit my warrior maybe? Nah. He got promoted. That's what it is. He promoted, and that healed him, I think, somewhat. Or maybe he wasn't that damaged. I don't know. I'll know when I watch it again and feel stupid for mentioning it, but that's okay. It's always good to be humble. Alright, I have a warrior down there. Even though he killed my slinger, the dog, I will exact revenge, and then I will reap the benefits of my revenge. I'll show him. Okay, this guy's going up to meet the Gauls through the pass. Isn't that great? I got that pass there. He's coming back into Atium, because if you go here, he just made a district, so now I can't make any districts. There's no districts listed because I'm only at 1 population. I can't make a settler. I'm only at 1 population. I can make a monument, and I can make a trader. Now, I'm making a trader here. I could make it in the capital and make it quicker, and just to like 4 turns or 5 turns, but I'm taking 11 turns to do it. It'd do much more good in this new city, because the trader gives you food, it gives you production, and that will help the city to get on its feet and start to build a population so it can work more tiles, so it can prosper and get more production. Another way to help the city, of course, is to bring up a builder. If I give it food, it'll grow faster, and that's a good thing. And I'm very pleased with this city. I'm very pleased with this game. I'm very pleased with this episode. And I'm very pleased with your views that I see on the bottom of my videos, because I know that people are watching them. And I think that's really nice. So I appreciate you, and if you want to show your appreciation, you can hit the like button. Of course, you can make a comment. I'll certainly respond to you, not only about the game, but anything else you might hear me talking about that might spark something spontaneously in that miracle mechanism of your amazing human mind, and you want to make a comment and express yourself. I'm all for it, and I'll certainly respond. I also make pinned comments when I look at the video later on YouTube and I see, something that I think I'd remark upon that has to do with the game sometimes, or is just sometimes I just like to make funny kind of fictional scenarios, and I'll write about that or in the description or something. I'm a writer, so I do stupid stuff like that hopefully is not too stupid. It's kind of funny, but you never know. I'll do that on the videos as time goes on. I'm not going to burst into song this time. That's why I said it differently. Didn't want to tempt myself to burst into song. I'm already over time. I don't have time for bursting into songs. I have barbarians to kill, so I can grab military units from. How about that? That's kind of exciting. Let's do that. Barbarians clans. I got the money. I can get a free warrior from the barbarian. I got it from the barbarian camp. I didn't conquer the barbarian camp. I just clicked on it. You don't even have to be anywhere near the barbarian camp, and they'll send you a barbarian warrior that is now your warrior. You have to pay him for it. It gives them this little blue bit of health, because what it wants to do is fill up this thing blue and become a city-state. I am not going to let it, because it's parked itself right where I'm going to settle. And I'd rather, of course, be settling as Rome than be some kind of barbarian camp. Although we will milk that barbarian camp for all it's worth. Just one more turn, that's the motto for Civilization 6, is to bring good old Hercules back to the capital. We are working on mysticism. We already had it boosted. We're watching the boost on writing so that we can click off if we need to at the right time, because we're going to meet the Gauls. I already told you to do all the things on YouTube that help to spread the old video around and expose it to more people. It's funny, one like and suddenly I got 100 views on a video. It's weird. That's how it works. And, makes the old man feel good to know that his art is being appreciated. And I do consider these games to be made by great artists and geniuses that are learned men of history and culture that seem to respect all of the different cultures and celebrate them as we should. I love that. That is so important to me. As a person who's traveled a bit of the world and experienced a lot of this world, I love it. I love it. I love everything about it. and I love and trust the universe with all my body, heart, and soul. I believe it's a living being that we all share in, we're all one with, and we're all doing this together. It's a big collaborative artwork effort, human life. And I also believe that we live not only reincarnated lifetimes, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's kind of like a Groundhog Day thing, where you can come back and live the same lifetime again, only with more wisdom from your experience of it before, and play it out a little better. It's really not that much carved in stone as we think in time. You can do various variations. After all, the physicists say we live in a multiverse where every possible variation on every theme is infinitely real somewhere. That there's even, alternate, infinite versions of yourself out there in other universes. And man, does that blow your mind. That's some great theorizing. It's worth 5 minutes of your time to hear about that stuff and inspire your mind that maybe you're not just like a flash in the pan of reality. And maybe in some way, throughout the infinity of immortal being, you could experience all those variations, not only in history, like live in Roman times or whatever, but, variations on a theme in each lifetime that you live. Maybe. Who knows? Lifetimes on other planets and in other dimensions, existences in other dimensions. I like to think of the universe that way. It's very imaginative, creative, and exciting. It's much better than worms in a box, that's all it is. That's ridiculous. And this majestically graceful and beautiful, divinely inspired universe, I don't think so. I think that's silly. That's as silly as heaven and hell, extremes of heaven and hell. What a bunch of bunk that is. I don't care if billions of people believe that malarkey. It's a childish fairy tale meant to scare children. That's all it is. The universe is much more majestic than anything like that. That's crazy. Base your civilization on the ramblings of a paranoid culture from 6,000 years ago? Are you kidding me? That's crazy. But that's just me. I'm way over time, chattering on like a fool. King Wen was the king of a kingdom in China, but a more powerful king, the tyrant Chao, came over and wrecked his kingdom and killed his people, and we're going to kill him too, but instead he decided to throw him in jail because he was very popular with the people. So the tyrant said, well, we'll just put him in jail and let him starve. So they put him in jail. But King Wen was kind of a witty guy. He was very deeply wise, and even though he was a king, he kind of cared more about wisdom than the trinkets of his kingdom, the robes and the crowns and jewels and stuff. And, he started talking to the jailer, and he was really funny, and he was cracking up the jailer and inspiring the jailer with his philosophy, but also with his humor. And the jailer happened to mention it one day to his leader, the tyrant King Chao, who was brutal and tyrant militant king. And he said, this King Wen, this guy is a hoot. You ought to listen to him. He's like a stand-up comic down there. He cracks me up every day. And so the tyrant king eventually asked to see him, and King Wen charmed him too with his charm and his humor and his wisdom, and became the court jester for the tyrant king. And in that position, he couldn't save his kingdom. He had lost his kingdom, but he could soften the blow of the tyrant with his wisdom and his kindness, and overcome the tyrant by the subtle and passive persuasion of a good and decent, wise, and noble man. Isn't that a great story? It's proverbial in China, in Taoism. Thanks for listening. Take care. Love you very much. Mean it with I really do mean it. As an artist, being appreciated by an audience of some kind, even though I know we're strangers, and most of us, only a few of you are my friends, obviously, but I really appreciate what you're doing here for me. You can't know. To be an unknown artist, folk singer, teacher, mystic all these years, And, I never did it for commercial purposes until I became a professional reader, of course. But that's because I have to make a living at something, and I'm somewhat disabled from my long and difficult life from car accidents and tough jobs, and most of it kitchen work, dishwashing and cooking. It really takes it out of your back because you're on your feet all day. But factories too. I've had a few factory accidents, had some car accidents, so I'm doing what I can to stick in there until the Republicans say I can retire. So I'm working on it, and I'm enjoying every minute of it. I've never been so happy in my life as I am now. I'm serious. I'm so happy and content. I don't have I don't have enough money to live comfortably, and I missed a companion in my life. But other than that, I'm doing pretty good, pretty content, and I think I, for myself, solved the riddle of the universe for myself and feel quite comfortable in the universe, and I hope you do too. Take care, and we'll catch you on the next one, and try not to make it this long and ramble quite so much. I love you guys. Take care. Let kindness be your best virtue and courtesy your finest art. See ya. Thank you.